Hello again, and Two Yoked Bros is back, minus one of the Yoked Bros. This took a lot longer than I thought it would to record. So this session, or the back half of this, essentially, is lacking Shubzilla. So here we are with some more of feedback, I guess, straight from me. We're going to start off with Hitchhiker, or The Hitchhiker by Primal Winds.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow. You'll need some x-rays. Know that you're going through a Shrek phase. Reject ways. This is only round one. Can we get the check, please? Slash. Slash. Now we fucking cooped out, man.
I love this beat. I'm not loving the chorus for the vocal or the sample, but I love that lead guitar riff. Loving bazongas is a good term. So what I like about the verse there is that they did a continuous rhyme, B-rhyme with the Anyas. I like some of the bars. Other of the bars mean nothing. They're just jumps to get the rhyme. Understand that. It sounds good, but it falls apart on like a re-listen. It's fun to rap, though. So if you're the type to rap along, it's still listenable. So that's The Hitchhiker by Primal Winds. I think it was a good song. I love the beat. The chorus had the scratching in between the sample. That usually helps for me. I don't know what it is, but if you put sample choruses where you're just grabbing a bunch of like words or just loops, but then you have actual scratching in it, maybe it's just a familiarity with me, since I work with Bill Beats as much as I do. But yeah, I like it. I like that. I like that part. It's still not as good as a hook as I think it could have been. Love the beat. I think very capably rapped. And again, my only real note is if you're gonna do the long form Anyas or a long form any kind of like rhyme where all 16 bars end with the same word sounds, try your best to make every line in phase and make sense and maybe have a dual layer of depth. I get that that's hard in a double entendre round and a meme round, but it further enhances the listening experience for those that like to dig into lyrics and stuff like that. Great bars, though. Overall, this track has a 7 out of 10 from the audience, and I think that's good. I think it's closer to a 7.5. I think, honestly, on the right day, it could be an 8, but because of the hook, I'm going to give it a 7. And again, that's just me. There's nothing inherently wrong with sample hooks. I just am not a huge fan of them. How I Met John Cena by Rock Row. I'm a big John Cena fan, so I'm not a huge wrestling fan, weirdly enough, but of course the internet, plus just hearing him in interviews and the weird stuff he shows up in, media-wise, I'm a fan of his. So let's listen.
For the VPC, I got distracted and found myself in Target G. Hello, time pajamas and all sorts of things. Even found a silly band with avian wings. Looked at my watch, it's rapping time. Gotta get out of here so I can go and spit these rhymes. But no, on my way out, I heard this man on the intercom say, John Cena! Oh my god, it's John Cena? Oh my god, yeah.
I like that first verse. I'm gonna have some thoughts about it at the end of the listen.
Okay, dude, my bad.
All right, so that was a simple, short song, "How I Met John Cena" by Rock Row. I liked it. I will admit. So I think overall it was a fun beat. It was a good beat for the sort of like delivery of the MC. I think that the best choice there was to kind of keep it real casual and light. However, so it does the right thing like in the first verse where it evolves one layer, adds like it starts out real thin, real empty, just sort of like the super simple drums, and then it adds like a little bit more melody. Enjoy the playing. That's the sound of nature. And the thing that I think really helps it is that could have really helped it is around mid first verse, to amp up the drums to a bit more of a hip hop drum, something that wasn't just like basically a click track, a 4 on the floor almost. The chorus is fun, but it sort of falls apart. I think I would have done the little talky parts as like a bridge and then gone into a real chorus if you could. That would have really enhanced the overall song. It had the right attitude. The delivery was fine. The lyrics were entertaining enough. Nothing really grabbed me though. Admittedly though, I was arranging hookah coals and eating. This half, by the way, brought to you by Qdoba, because it's cheap and it's super filling. Nonetheless, yeah, overall good thing. This only has a 6 out of 10. I think that has a lot to do with the fact that there's no real strong chorus in it. A lot of the votes seem to hover around 6 and 7. I'm going to give it a 6. Again, that evolution production-wise on the beat, mid-verse would have been great. And then coming back to just that stronger beat in the second verse, and then using the talk portions, kind of editing them down, using them as a bridge, and coming up with a real chorus, I think would have really helped here. But overall, good track. I'm excited for Rock Row's next track, potentially. Cock of the Walk by Sailor Doom. I am excited. Let's listen. This would have been better had they done a nice drop for the first 4 bars and then built back into the beat. Tekashi 6ix9ine versus Party Like 1999 was a good choice. That is a nice sample break. And then of course Allie here flexing her singing abilities. Great breakdown for the close. Had this piece been at the beginning of the second verse and then come back in with the full verse, that would have been fantastic. Come back in with the full instrumentation for the verse. That was Cock of the Walk by Sailor Doom. Sailor Doom's a great team. Everyone's excited about them, and they should be. Allie knows how to make listenable, very catchy music. Great flow change-ups, great interest through the whole verse. Lots of little like cut-ins, great production choices. It feels like this was a good collaboration between vocalist and producer. There were a couple notes I, of course, had on like song arrangement things to keep adding that high level of interest, but overall, what an excellent like pop track. Again, no one's surprised if they're familiar with Sailor Doom, and specifically with Allie and what she can do. I can't remember the producer for this team at the time, and I'm sorry. You did a great job with the beat overall. Good chorus, good mixing. Laptop speakers, right? So only so much that I can judge mixes and production levels. Sometimes things can get a bit extreme, but and so I can notice them even through these kind of crap speakers. But yeah, what a great track. Nice and short, which is good for this competition. The fact that people knew that there would be dozens of entries, at least 2 dozen, in this case 3.5 dozen basically entries, big numbers. So keeping it tight makes a song more exciting to listen to when you're having to listen to such a long playlist. So this good, like, knowing what you're submitting it for. I'd love to hear a live version of this and see what it would come out with live, because I think that's a real strong hype energy song. Fucking just so much that I like about this. Only minor notes on this. I'm gonna give this has an 8 right now. I'm gonna return to it. It's definitely an 8. It's almost a 9. I'm gonna be nice to this one. I'm gonna give this a 9. It's because it's early in my voting, and I'm really happy with it. But like, to give you an idea right now, it looks like 2/3 of the votes are 8, 9, or 10. So like, obviously a good, enjoyable strong first round offering. Alright, this next one is Ain't Nobody Got Time for the VPC by Saints of San Sequestro.
I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out, I didn't grab no shoes and nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
According to the apartment manager, the fire started.
Your mama's this rap game's lawless. Yo, like a fat snoop dog, yeah, I'm rolling down the street. And not the nicest guy that you will ever meet. I'm elite, give me a beat that you know I'm gonna slay. Unless I'm like a plumber that's having a shitty day, I'm fucking fast. Can you see me coming? Democratic primaries, everybody's running. I'm gunning for the top spot. No time at the prison, I'm a take shot. And I'm a dust spot. So it's time to take flight. And I'm chilling Bernie Sanders because I know
like
right. When you're acting a show and you running on a chord, yell beefy. We want some more. You fucking show and all you get is clap.
I like that. Like the call out to Beefy. I like the reference to the Democratic primaries and everybody running, everyone being in the competition. Ooh, I like this outro. I don't think he needed to return to this, though. I think this worked as an intro, but I don't think you needed it for the outro. I think you should have left it at the lead synth. Ain't Nobody Got Time for the VPC by Saints of San Sequestro. A good track. Good overall track. The chorus was good. I didn't like love it, but it did what it needed to do. It's definitely directed at this competition, and that's good. Ain't Nobody Got Time for the VPC is a complaint that all teams, including my own, have dealt with. So certainly Ain't Nobody Got Time for 40 some odd tracks. So yeah, it's great. I think overall it was catchy, good production, good use of the sampling for the intro. Intro was a little long because you did the sample for the meme as well as the cut. I don't know how I might have adjusted that. I don't know if there was a way to adjust that to get what you wanted to get across. Might have adjusted the hits of the ain't no buddy got, like all that. I But I think overall it was a good song. It currently holds a 7 out of 10. I think that's pretty accurate. Some people might like it a little bit better if they like the meme more, but I think overall it was a good track. It's spread pretty evenly from 5 to 10. So 7, I think the audience is not wrong here. There's a lot of up and down, but 6, 7, maybe an 8 if you really like that track. The outro was good. Yeah, it's just good work overall. Alright, next track, Damn Daniel Stern by Surtet. Alright, let's give it a listen. I don't know who this team is, so let's hear it. I do like the Damn Daniel meme. It's got a weird place in my heart. I like the low anchor on this beat. I'm also a fan of Daniel Stern. I like that. It went sexual, right? Because double entendre around, but the song is nerdcore as fuck. Yeah. Very classic in the Molly Lewis, Stephen Fry tradition of just picking a celebrity and having fun with it, merging it nicely with a meme.
Successful artist. Let me in the back so I can push my hardest. Damn, Daniel, Danny Stern, back at it with the white bands crash and burn. You're a sexy male with a really nice beat. Got a crush on you. Does that make it weird?
Classic nerdcore. Picking a person, doing a crush song on them. Good overall beat, high energy verse work, high energy chorus. I liked how the chorus hit the damn Danny Stern piece, and then transition into the fast rap, the fast delivery pieces on each. Hard to catch each thing, which I like how it closed, where they tore out a lot of the noise and busyness, so that you could really hear finally those pieces listening on a crappy laptop system. Fun double entendres. Good overall track. I don't have a lot of notes for it. Overall, I think it was good. Good production, good mix. The instrumentation and the vocals didn't quite seem to blend in the mix, but again, laptop speakers, who the fuck knows what that is. Overall, this has a 7.5 out of 10. I think that's spot on. There's many people that will like it a 7, and others that will like it an 8. This actually has a lot of 10s, and so I feel like the fan base is coming out strong for that, which is good as well. I like this though. 7 or 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. I don't know if I could ever see it live. It's a fairly fast thing, but if I did see it live and it was delivered correctly, I'd be like, wow, what excellence. Yeah, there you go. So I'm giving that an 8, and we're moving on to the next track. Alright, next track is Sweet Memes by Sleeping Dragon.
Alright, Jay, I'm ready. Bring on my fantasy.
Nice.
to distract them like boyfriends looking backwards.
I love this beat flip, this sample flip.
Verse signs and birth puns on the swing of the drum. It's big fun. Who wants something?
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
The goat is here, please rejoice. It's Yeezy, if slavery was a choice. I can teach you, but here's an invoice. Choose up before dishonor. She keep keeping up on milkshake breeze with the boys to see. These fire ass leaves can teach you, but you gotta pay a fee. Milkshake breeze, the boys to see.
I hate to say it. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
Ooh. Ooh, what a great use of skill sets that you have access to. The change-ups on the verse flow, the confidence in the delivery, it starts out, I think, a little bit odd sounding at first, but within 4 bars, I'm in the groove on it. I think that's just a change from the straight sample versus, or the straight grab versus the flipped into the beat. Ooh, impressive singing. Great harmonies, great leveling for the harmonies. Good turn on the chorus, or on the end, with Milkshake play. I love it. I love it when hip hop plays around with other singles and popular music choruses and kind of modifies it to make it work in another song. I do not have a lot of editing notes for this. This is right in my alley of that easy groove, just driving in a car sort of feel. Yeah, what a great song. What a great song. Nice and tight too, which again, as I've said before, on the VPC, super necessary, especially in round 1 when you know there's going to be a lot of entries. So it just makes you want to just listen to the track again. You got a taste and you just want to hear that again. I think I know who might be on this team, but I don't want to say. However, great job, Sleeping Dragon. Good job, producer. Good job, vocalist. This is a 9 for me. I just really dig it, in the mix especially. And I'm listening to these songs kind of back to back, right? So they're influencing each other and how I feel about them. So yeah, definitely a 9. Really, really strong. Good work. Okay, this next track is Weaker Potions by Some of B-Type, which I assume means B-Type is in this group. So let's listen. The sample chorus isn't really doing it for me, but I like the beat, so the beat's kind of carrying me. It's also, even if I did like these kind of talky choruses or these sample choruses, I think it went on too long. I like the outro. The outro is top tier. All right, overall, a good beat. I think that's where the strength of the song lies. The MC's delivery, their voice, I'm going to be open up on this one. Obviously, I have a very strange voice. Not really what one would expect in a hip-hop artist. I don't know the team, really. Again, I know B-Type's in there. But I think from an MC's perspective, when you hear that, and you hear that kind of like fast delivery on that style of voice, you want to sit back and look and edit it down. I could have used this advice for my own track. Edit it down, maybe change your flow up a bit, maybe given more pauses. I don't really know. Also, maybe affect your voice a bit. It didn't seem staccato. It didn't seem clipped enough on the consonants for how fast it was delivering. Your pop fast delivers, everyone from Big Boy when he did it, Busta Rhymes, a lot of the classic like 90s and early aughts is a good place to listen to, where they cut in with their words real tight. It involves over enunciation of the consonants. It's hard to do, but I think it would have benefited. For some reason now, the rankings aren't loading for me, and I can't vote. But if I were to vote this one, it'd probably be like a 6, maybe a 5 as a ding for what was the break or interlude or piece. I feel like that went on a little too long. So prejudices aside, I feel from my own personal bias on me not really loving that for a chorus, wanting maybe singing or instrumentation to kind of ride out that break. But the beat was real engrossing, even though it didn't change up a lot. So yeah, excited for some more from some of B-Type. But yeah, this was overall good. But I'd probably it was a decent track, but I'd probably give it a 5 or a 6 out of 10, depending on my mood that day. I'm a Head Out by Songbot Co. This one is one that's been done already by multiple artists. I'm trying not to compare them to each other. We did a Any Memes Are Up kind of thing, so I'm a Head Out is gonna get used because it feels very apropos to hip-hop and nerdcore and this competition. So I don't judge for stepping over similar ideas, and it's always fun to see how people take different directions on things.
My heart tells me to go. See something isn't right. Respond with fight or flight. And now I'm like, I'm a head out. There are many times and situations where things start out dope, but then something builds up my reservations. Like I hang out where I be vibing, then someone.
I like this rap voice. I like this MC's voice. I like that grab of the head out singing for the hype. I don't think the drums quite gel with this very good, catchy hook. You've given us 3 MC voices right now.
I'm a head out. I'm a head out. I'm a head out.
Yeah, the drums swing a little too much for this, but everything else about the chorus works. I'm gonna re-listen to this song. It was a really good song. It was really catchy. I like the first verse better than the second. I like the change up on the second verse, but I think the fact that you gave us the low tone rap and then like the upper level rap and then like the soft sound rap, upper level, like upper tenor rap, I don't think that needed to happen. I think it would have been good to return back to the low voice or the sort of mid tone of the first. The lower tone of the mid tone of the first MC work. The only problem I have with the production on this is, when it gets into the singing portion, I think the drums needed to be modified a lot more through the track to really kind of match what the MC was doing. They weren't offbeat or anything like that, but I think they detracted from the singing chorus. Usually the easiest way to do this is to take things out, because then there's less percussives distracting where my rhythm should be versus where the start of the words come in for each singing line. But overall, a good song. I really liked it. It's very indie, kind of indie rock and like laptop pop chorus and beat, and then but yeah, I think the strongest parts were with the lower tone voice with the I'ma head out. That I think is where you want to live on a beat like that. That's kind of got like a good like middle kind of BPM and a good kind of head nodding beat. When that's the instrumentation it's paired with. Good work. I'd give it a 7, maybe an 8 out of 10. Again, I can't vote right now because of the voting system not loading. No ding to the website. I think the website's great. I'm sure it's my internet. Okay, we'll go on to the next song. So I hope this is what, or I like this pun. I Meme Well by Soundproof. And it's got an adorable Kirby. My track does it. Lots of tracks do it. Never gonna give you up. Like granddaddy of memeing. I think my laptops are chewing up this mix a bit, but I like the drums. So, doing this, just sampling the song for the chorus, not really a lot of effort goes into that, but, you know, if you don't have anything to go with it, it's a better choice, and I like it. That drop was crucial. That was crucial to transitioning back into the song. I like this flow. I think that bridge portion for that sample would have been better done at the end of it. I don't think... I like the idea of it, but I don't think it was done perfectly. And so I think it would have done better at the end of the second chorus. However, good overall track. I liked it. I don't want to compare it to other things from this VPC, but in a past VPC where I believe Bill Beats and Lex Lingo worked together, and everything, he did a great flip on Never Gonna Give You Up. I think this reminds me of that, where there's like a good confidence of it. It's different, but I think overall it's a good beat, good MC work, good lyricism, kind of like a listing of memes, like pop references, internet things, but that's the round, that's the competition. Overall, what a nice job. What a good track. I'm gonna listen to it again. So Soundproof, you would get an 8 out of 10 from me, no question, on this, but I can't vote right now. So I will give you that 8 out of 10. And hopefully the judges also feel the same. All right, we're on to Virus Video. I like that name. For a Spandex Moose, from Spandex Moose. So let's get into it. Ooh, okay, go sample.
Yeah, baby, the return of the moose. And we still got the fresh rhymes, the fresh crew, the fresh lines, the fresh tune. It's so true, chasing money and the honey's like I'm Winnie the Pooh. So guess who? Call me Cyrus like I'm Borden Con Air. Still #1, yeah, we still come first. Still sit, still wanna know how magnets work.
This was a hard sample to flip.
In a minute, words of Kanye. You about to get shreked when we party tonight. Call me Solid Snake, I'm always hiding in.
This is a little rudimentary nerdcore. It's on a rock beat, right? Because it's on that okay, here we go again. Okay, go. Which is a viral, like, it's in theme with the track, because it is a viral music video, because they do some excellent music videos, obviously, as well now. This almost feels more like a comedy track than a hip-hop track. Not that Nerdcore doesn't have that. Not that I don't have that. I don't know if this is just a great recreation of how internet commenting wars work.
Yeah. Cool story, bro.
Or if it was reading like an already written one, because it's so dead on.
Alright, we done? Sweet. Better go drink my own piss. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Today is gonna be the day that we're gonna throw it back to you.
This is the entirety of Wonderwall. Alright. I'm not gonna listen to all of Wonderwall, but I do like that ending. I don't know, like, I liked it alright. I think because it was the rock beat and everything, it didn't really encourage a lot of very good schemes for the MC. A lot more just straightforward rapping over rock beat. I've done it before. It's not to my taste anymore as an MC, but I liked it. That's a tough sample to flip into a hip-hop thing. It doesn't give you a lot in it to build on. You have to really cut it up, and I think they went more straightforward for it. That being said, it's an okay song. It's like a 6, maybe a 5. I think actually a 5. It didn't really have it had a chorus with some cut-in lines for it, but not like a chorus that the artist did. And it didn't really like reinvent the track, the original song instrumentation much. That being said, perfectly functional. Spandex Moose is funny. And so there are some amusing moments, and of course the way they decided to outro it, because I was like, wow, this is looking really long, and it's just Wonderwall is a great turn. So yeah, good work. As the planes fly overhead. I'd probably give that a 5 out of 10, just because I didn't really love where the chorus went. I didn't think the drums did anything for it. There was a lot of opportunity, but it was also kind of a hard mode song to flip. So, a 5 out of 10, maybe a 6. Everybody to the Meme It by TBD.
Mr. Persimmons? Persona. Yeah, I'm never gonna remember that. Welcome to Fahoogwa Gods Industries. Have a seat right there. Just move the panini press and hand me that panini, would you? Sure. Yeah, your resume is.
This is definitely Zilla Persona because there's a reference to like a sandwich.
Makes you a good candidate.
You want a candidate born in the internet, spitting out memes without breaking a sweat. So let's get to know me. Let's take a dive. I've been extremely online since 55. I can polish the scenery. I'm the pilot that you want, piloting your machinery. Come on, Fahoogwa Gods. I said, come on, Fahoogwa Gods. I can push it to the limit. My memes are gonna win it. Everybody, come on, Fahoogwa Gods. Come on, Fahoogwa Gods. I said, come on, Fahoogwa Gods.
There's a weakness in the chorus here, and we can all hear it. So it's a good track overall. Very, like, again, late 80s, early 90s, fun hip-hop. It's got to be Zilla Persona. Zilla Persona, it's hard for me to judge him without extreme bias because I love him. And I think he is a fantastic artist. Everyone loves that he can sing. I like that he decided to do a rap chorus on this. However, I think the problem is there's time off, like it falls off time and is word rushed in the wrong way in the middle of the chorus, each on the repeating stanza, and that distracts. I like the beat. The third verse / talking conversation that picks up from the intro is nice, but I think it's a little long. I don't know if it could have been any shorter. Like overall, it was a good song. I think I might have to give it a 7 though, and I think that's mostly because the chorus wasn't kind of like perfection executed. He's very. And it was very old school nerdcore, like this is me, this is what I do, and I'm just browsing the internet, right, kind of thing. Which again, like I don't really blame them, but like the teams, and I'm thinking of Growth Beats right here, that like take it into a different direction, like do it in a different kind of way. Really raise up on this. So 7 out of 10, maybe an 8 on the right day. Definitely not lower than the 7 for me though. And I would probably listen to it a number of times. But again, I'm kind of biased with Zilla Persona, so I'm not a good objective judge for them. Okay, next track on the list is Music and Memes by Team Kokoro. Maybe Rob's in this team? Maybe? Possibly? Probably? I don't know. Nice, sexy electronic build-up. Ooh. This is good. Oh, that break off the intro. So good. This is a great effort between producer and MC to sort of do like a slowed down EDM kind of. EDM kind of like bigger noise beat, but like have it work with hip hop. Make me sing the Halo theme as a double entendre is great. Anime and God on my side. Yeah, the dubsteppy influence on this, not getting in the way of the rap, is a celebration in and of itself. So many people try to do this and they crash and burn. It's not that big of a surprise. Rebel Rob knows what they're about when they put their tracks together. Ooh. What a great, like, almost club effort on this. Wow, what a really hype track. I'm sitting out here on a back porch, like, chilling. But it's a nice sunny day, and I got a good view. You can hear sirens in the background and street noises and planes and helicopters sometimes in the background. But, like, what a hype-ass fucking track for this. What a joy to listen to someone deliver on this. I don't have notes. Rob's really outside of my wheelhouse as far as, like, how they approach making hip-hop. But, like,
Smoke weed every day.
oh, nice. Nice. I thought that there was just too much padding on the end of this track. Well done. I'm glad I left it playing. Rob's really strong, though, in the, in this case. Production-wise, I probably know the MC, but I don't know who it is right now. Great job, MC work, keeping that energy up, because slowing down unless there was a super aggressive beat breakdown would have sounded super wrong on this. So, like, good track, definitely an 8 or a 9. Wow, like, good chorus, memorable clothesline for the hook, to like ground everyone down as a double entendre, to ground everyone back to it. Music and memes, Netflix and chill, obviously reference. Just good moments. I could absolutely see that as like a tour de force live song, where it's like it's time to bring the audience's energy way the fuck up. Now this song, great track. I would probably, I might give it a 9, honestly. That's great. All right, Just Do It by Team Titans is next. A little bit of Shia LaBeouf.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Yes, you can! Just do it and check. Where have you verified? Added with some copy, you probably copy or paradigms and say, white girl, can get you hot from a simple line and then.
Hey, so I wanted to correct this review. This is done a little bit later and on a different microphone. Sorry for the roughness and sorry for the weird jarringness. Upon re-listening while I was editing, most of my comments were wrong on this, so I'm just going to cut it out and say this was a dope track. Now, granted, as I stated, I'm not a huge fan of just using the meme audio samples for the hook, but that does not detract from how good the verse work is, or how good the overall beat and energy of the MC gel. So I was wrong. I would give this a 7, maybe an 8, honestly. Yeah, it's a little bit of a short review for this one, but because most of my statements while listening to the track were off, and I blame my laptop speakers, but upon analysis of it, it's better than I originally thought. So I moved my vote to an 8, and there you go. Back at it again, that Team Epic. Oh, sorry, Thought Team Epic. Love how they did the dubs on this. It's a great transition into the second verse. Okay, I like that track. There's some things I would improve on that track. I didn't love the choices for the vocal production. I get that it merges well with the beat, but it meant that it muted a lot of the affectations the MC put to their vocals. In my mind, it dulled them a little bit. However, it was definitely all of a piece, and it went together. The flow was together, but it meant that I also had harder time focusing on the lyricism. The chorus worked. It did this thing that hip hop does, nerdcore does a lot, where I don't want to say pedantic. It's like this. It's like this cadence of tone where it's like, and it does this back again with that crispy green na 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 na. I don't know how I feel about it. It isn't. It's not bad. It didn't entice me. But I don't know if that's just a taste thing. Beat wise, good. Love the beat. I feel like what you did at the beginning of the second verse was indicative of what I would have liked more tricks happening in the first verse and through the second verse. I feel like that was a beat made for a bunch of little like moments and tricks, drops, drill downs, like reversing pieces. Just a lot of like weird little like stunts that you could have done in the beat and with the production. I would not obfuscate the voice so much on the next one and see how that plays. It might not have worked because it might not have blended with the beat then, so I don't know. That's a 6 or 7 out of 10. I'd give it a 6. It's definitely listenable. Definitely good. Nice and tight delivery. Nice and tight song, which is key. So good work. All right, this next one is Meme Queen by Whack Pack. Toto's Africa beat. I feel like the cut on this is bad. Yeah, the loop on this is not right. The MC is really not paying attention to the rhythm of the song. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's. I don't like this. I'm killing it. That was a plane crashing into the side of the mountain. All right, so Toto's Africa's intro, beat wise, hard beat to rap over. The loop was wrong, like the cut of it was wrong, so it felt stilted when it would come in. The MC was almost not paying attention to the beat at all. The vocals were mixed terrible. Like, pretty much, if it could go wrong, it went wrong. I know they honestly tried to do this. I also know this is their first song, but a person needs to sit with something and really analyze if it's working or not, and if it's not, just ditch it. That wasn't trying something. That wasn't a missed mark. I had some missed mark in my delivery. And there's been some other teams that have had that. That was a complete wrong step in a lot of wrong directions. From the production, from the mix, from the MC, from the sample choice, from the drums, from pretty much everything. I barely even listened to the lyrics because the mix was so rough. Yeah, so that's going to be my lowest score. That's going to be a 2 out of 10. The only way you get out 1 out of 10 out of me is if I feel like you're attacking or you actually cause my ear pain, or if you are deliberately doing something trolly and negative to the competition. So 2 out of 10, lowest score. You submitted a track. I know the MC is looking for another producer, maybe with someone else that's more willing to train or work with them. But yeah, there you go. All right, this is Whack by Whack.
Not to be mean, but your mean game's trash. Scroll on my page, all you do is screen grab. You should only pray that we never cross paths. This is War for all arm, you're Marty with a limp wreck. Hot girl summer took your balls, dog, snap, snap. I'm spilling tea like the frog. Sip, sip, press sip to pay respects when you rip, rip. I always kill with the skill of a Star Wars kid.
That needed the producer to do cuts and drops to match with the MC. So that was Whack by Whack. It's alright. Mix wasn't very good. I'm pretty sure even through my laptop speakers I could tell that. I don't know. It wasn't a great song. Overall, I think it could have been a lot stronger. I think the MC's flow was actually pretty decent. I don't think the beat and the flow worked with each other. I don't think there was a lot of post-production once the lyrics came back. Maybe they came back super late, right? And so the producer didn't have time. But there was some clear times where they could have just cut and let the line run and then come back in and then cut and let the line run, especially in that second verse. Nothing really stood out about it. It's a track. It's like a 4 out of 10, maybe a 5 out of 10. The chorus wasn't good because it's just a bunch of audio cuts. Not like a real song chorus. Yeah. So there you go. There's your assessment of Whack by Whack. It's a 4 out of 10 for me. All right, this is a song called "Never Gonna Grow Up" by White Hippie.
Quarters and I'm making halves. Trying to paint a bigger picture as I pour the glass. Mirror, a big clearer. I stand up bigger. And niggas said I trigger every gold digger. Shawty got her own on the throne. Too unique to clone. No competition, let me carry on. Look, cash rules everything. A fire all around me. It's fine, dog. A computer for the pounding. My sound is so astounding. It wanna take care of us. I gave it up. Right through the dust. Wanna take care of us.
There's a lot of low end my laptop speakers are not getting. So that was a short little track. It was just bars and then like a nice little close piece. I like the MC. I think the delivery was good. It began to feel a little bit like a lot of the transitions were organic, but sometimes it felt a little bit like they'd write 4 bars and they're like, this is how I'm going to deliver these 4 bars. And then they're like, okay, now that I'm on the next 4 bars, how am I going to change that up? Now that I'm on the next 4 bars, how am I going to change that up? And that's good. That's good. You want that, especially if you're doing more than a 16, or more than an 8, honestly. You want change-ups. But it felt, I don't, so, like, sometimes it felt real natural. Other times it felt a little, like, forced. Not so much that it was offbeat or off time. But, like, it's a good song. I like the MC's voice. They have a really, really good tone. The beat was not exciting. But again, I might be missing a lot of low end because I'm on laptop speakers. But it didn't do too much as a beat behind the bars. However, it was a very short song. So, like, how much does it have to do, right? Like, and then I like how they closed it. I'm gonna give this, it's a 6 or a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. I liked it. I'm gonna listen to it again. That really is what moves things from a 6 to a 7. I might like to hear it fleshed out to a real song with the closure singing as the hook. Or maybe bookend it. So it intros with that, and then it outros with it. Either way, good track. Good first thing from White Hippie. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I like it. Okay. All right. Long beloved team XOC and Milk Plus, XO Plus, XOT, XO Milk. It's probably not XO Milk. And this is Cats, All Your Bass Are Belong to Us. I suspect this is going to be pretty damn decent. Ooh, good sample choice for the flip.
Trying to get the feeling it means they get a say in the spread, in the stretching at me. I get to say when I mean will no longer be used. That happens day in and day out. Every few seconds I know the plays out. Viral is the aim of this game, that's all it's about. Trying to be the greatest meme lord that they can stay out. Never gonna soon be on top and you'll be phased out. Come with me, you'll see the world. Come with me, and you'll see the world. Your imagination, come with me, and you'll see the world. Your imagination, come with me, and you'll see the world. Your imagination, you see, it was imagination.
All right.
Your imagination. Your imagination.
All right. So that's Cats All Your Bass Are Belong to Us, XOC, Milk Plus, XOT, or XO Plus. Here is my thoughts. Beat-wise, great beat. The break to the chorus is a little bit jarring, but not bad. Great sample to flip. Fun, easygoing beat. XOC's rapping, very much on point. XOC knows how to spit. He knows what his voice sounds like. He delivers to it well. Here is the rub. The chorus leaves much to be desired as far as anything, and having XOC even say anything during it was not an additive to the chorus, even as little as he did on the second repetition of it. The MC work, the verse delivery, doesn't gel with the beat. It's not off time. It doesn't gel mood with the beat. It doesn't go together. XOC is up here, and very much sounds like he's trying to get a point across, and so he's got like kind of like a lot of intensity there, and then the beat is kind of like, it's kind of goofy, it's kind of relaxed, it's kind of chill, And that voice just doesn't go with it. Now, as a person that has a voice that doesn't go with a lot of things, like I can't do a serious song to save my life because no one believes it, I would suggest for XOC to just pitch his voice down a bit. That's all. Don't come up like this. Don't come up from up here. Just come down. Get casual. Bring your voice down. Relax. Take a breath. Maybe rap while you're sitting down, if that helps. But slow it down a little bit. Maybe cut some words. I've talked with XOC. I know he doesn't always speak in exactly that tone and delivery, and there's an urgency there that just doesn't match the beat. And that really detracts. Plus, the lack of chorus, I'm a little let down by this, a bit. Not that they're doing it for me, so that's fucking super pretentious to say. But I was hoping for something a little different, I guess. So I've got to go 6 out of 10 on that one. Between the chorus and the mismatch of the vocals, those are two strong misses for me. It's not a song I'm going to come back to from them. It's not tragic. It's not it's not filled with mistakes. There's just some core principles to it that I don't think strengthen the song, but in fact weaken the song. And individually, each piece is real strong. But when you put them together, the tastes don't taste as great together. I'm guessing this team name is Young Sullivan. I am not nice.
It was nice of you to say relay, Mr. Skeletor.
I am not nice.
I'm the brick on this brick. Got a pound for a dick. You say hi to my fist, cause you all get a stick. I throw an axe and it sticks. I swing an axe and you split. I go and drown up a new poppin' and shit. I got a rock in my fist.
Alright, it's coming together.
Now I'm stalled out of time. Stay hydrated, kids. I'm officially the saltiest motherfucker in the Commonwealth. Cause nobody gives a fuck about public health. They hoard the wealth. We tighten belts till we hanging on them. Cause we endorse the scarlet letter that they hanging on them. I could say so many words, but no one's hanging on them. I'm ranting raving, can't contain the brain to range no longer. I feel insane, I lost my way, I gotta...
I know how I feel about that On 'em rhyme series. That chorus is super jarring and I get what it's going for, but it's unwelcome. I feel like this MC is almost there so many times. Like that almost was real interesting delivery, but it kind of just felt like it fell off.
So I'm remain faithless. I rude as fuck. Fish is faint and the ace tasteless.
This is just unlistenable. It's too much of a change up. No, the chorus really fails that song. Deeply fails it. The verse work, and you'll forgive me, I'm putting together my hookah. The verse work there was perfectly fine, but it never quite executes all the way, which is a problem. The chorus, it just ruins it. The beat is all right, but it overall just isn't very strong. It's just not a strong track. It's a 5 out of 10. There's some interesting parts, but it needs work. It's not something I want to listen to, and I want to hear more cohesion. I want to hear more consistency from the MC. Go back, edit, do some rough recordings when you deliver it. If it doesn't sound like it's just nailing exactly what you're going for, move on, change it, cut words, whatever. You weren't word rushing anywhere there, but it's just the flow wasn't quite right. across the board. It was like a little sloppy, and like you go for some sort of like clever deliveries, but I feel like that would happen on the mic, and you'd be like, yeah, that sounds pretty all right, and then you just move forward. That's a 5 out of 10. All right, we've reached it, the last of the competition. This is Stay Thirsty by ZeroCool.
A little bit of Russian, a little sloppy.
I like the sample. I like the sample flip.
Sharks have a week dedicated to him. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I'm the most interesting man in the world. Drinking a beer in between two girls.
This is a almost Telefino delivery on this chorus. I like the chorus, but I don't feel like it needs the sample leading up to it at that point. Nah, this gets real sloppy. I like the don't always mechanic, obviously, for a most interesting man. But I think that you should have just done like a fast sequence of them in the first stanza and then led every fourth set with it. I do love this chorus piece. Yeah, I think if you changed up the verse where it was just
I don't always drink beer.
every 2 bar.
I prefer Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Every 2 bars, you'd be like, I don't always, I don't always, or even every 4 bars after doing like a fast sequence of them at the beginning. I think that would have been a stronger choice. I don't think it needed the samples of the narrative of the most interesting man. I think the closeout worked. I think you could have introing it with it works. But I think the chorus, if you just doubled up on it, would have been fine. You could have played around even more with the vocals, but I really liked that. I love the sample flip. I think the rapper was kind of rough in their delivery. Some words got kind of crushed in, that word crushing thing that, we've all been guilty of it sometime or another, because we want to rap the line we'd written regardless of if it actually fits. So yeah, for that, I'd say 6 out of 10. There's a lot I liked and then some pieces I didn't like. So that'll be a 6 out of 10 right there for ZeroCool's Stay Thirsty. All right, so that is the last of it. That's the last of the VPC cuts. This was a harrowing journey of a lot of artists. In total, it's taken about 6-ish hours, 6.5 hours for me to record this. It's probably going to take another 4 hours to edit it down. I'm going to try to get it as tight as possible. There's a lot of dead time of me just listening to things, and so I'm going to be reviewing that. What are my main takeaways from this? Main takeaways, as I've said repeatedly through the video, I do not like, nor do I think that most songs are enhanced by just like sample hooks or just cuts of the meme or the audio or video. I don't think that enhances a song. Those work in an intro and they can work in an outro if they're not too overly long, but I think that overall it doesn't strengthen anything. And so it acts as a missed opportunity for like a really good part of the song. The second thing that I think I took away from it is that a lot of the artists are definitely putting in that real effort. I only gave out 1 sub 4, and that's pretty good. That's actually really good for a VPC round. I gave out some 8s and some 9s. I didn't give out any 10s. But there wasn't anything that made me stop and be like, I need to listen to this again before I even continue recording. And so, but there are a lot of 8s and 9s that I'm going to go back to and listen to. A lot of good new teams, a lot of good classic teams. I think number 3 for taking out of this is that a big key to functioning as a duo is making sure that the tone of the beat and the delivery of the drums are matched both rhythmically and tonally by the MC. This is hard to do. Some MCs have voices for X and they get a beat that sounds like Y, and it's not something that they're going to be equivalent to. I struggle with it. A lot of people have particular voices that don't work with certain tones, or they don't deliver necessarily as well in certain kind of moods of songs. That being said, I think there was a lot of great work on this VPC, a lot of really strong listable things, and a lot of opportunity for a lot of acts to deliver surprisingly good tracks. There's 40 plus submissions, and I think 30 plus of them, I don't even think, I think 35 plus of them could easily deliver an 8 to a 9, maybe even a 10 out of 10 song. No, there's not a lot of people that were falling off. There weren't a lot of train wrecks on this. There were just struggles that some people had based off time, knowledge, whatever. Like ability, experience, all those things can go into making a track difficult. But good work, VPC. Great work, VPC. This has been a good round 1. I'm kind of hoping some teams drop off for round 2, because these are long recording sessions spread out over multiple days to do this. I hope you found my feedback helpful. Feel free to message me in the comments. This is on my new channel, Dying of Exposure, which I'm hoping to add more content to. Me and Bill Beats have a video up. There will hopefully be more videos unrelated to VPC up over time. So I'm going to do that classic YouTube. Hit like and subscribe on that down over there. Make sure to get all the updates on that. I'm trying to get to that 100 subscribers right out the gate so I can brand the YouTube channel to Dying of Exposure. And you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and eventually Instagram on at Dying of Exposure. But thank you very much for joining 2 Yoked Bros, 1 Yoked Bro, different Yoked Bros. There's yokes and there's bros, and they're rotating. We may see Mr. Blaylock in a later video. I'm going to make sure that I try to have a partner through most of this, so it's not just my dumb opinions. But thank you very much, and good luck on round 2.